Today is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Some current events in our world are...
Are you already recording?
Yeah. What's new shit that just happened?
Ada County
Coronavirus
has to wear masks everywhere now.
Ada County here in Boise, Idaho. We have to wear masks everywhere, and we thought we were out of the clear, but I guess not. And masks suck. My ears hurt. Been wearing the damn mask all freaking week on the film set.
Oh, right.
To start this off, boys, let's get a little clink on the microphone. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're about how many shots are we in now?
Just
2.
oh wait, 2. The one we took.
Wait.
3 and then 4.
Oh, I wasn't counting these ones.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, so this is 4.
Yeah, this is 4 shots.
Reporting today is myself, Jason Turner.
Myself, Gage Kliegl.
And myself, Miguel Ayala.
Welcome to the podcast.
Dude, the way you say your last name is so cool.
Do you like it?
Yeah, say it again.
Is it Miguel Ayala?
No,
Damn,
say it
dude.
closer to the microphone and sexy.
Shit.
A little quiet, whisper.
Like the what is that? ASMR.
Miguel Ayala. That's gonna be sexy on the freaking sound, dude. All right, so George Floyd died. Everyone's pissed.
Yeah.
We're entering the revolution any day now.
Nah, I don't think so.
Maybe eventually.
Eventually.
Seems like our fucking shit's broken. Like a lot of the things. The two-party system.
We have a lot of problems.
What do you? Here, we're going straight to the deep.
Dude, we're going straight into podcast material.
We're going straight into podcast material. Who you
the
voting
Jason
for?
Turner experience.
Dude, to be honest, no one, dude. I'm
Yeah, no.
like,
like the little monkey.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. No.
dude, because I hate Donald Trump so much, and it's not him. It's like his presence, like on Twitter and
Right,
stuff.
like very
it just
arrogant.
drives me crazy. And then all the meme stuff about Joe Biden, like I don't know if
Have
any
you
of it's
listened to
true.
Joe Biden?
Oh,
Talk?
man,
Well,
dude.
yeah, but have you seen the videos of him like touching girls' hair? and
yeah,
sniffing
yeah,
them
dude.
and
Crazy.
stuff?
No,
That shit is weird.
His talking is second to that girl thing. Like
Dude,
he's
yeah.
bad. Like
Yeah,
everything
he's
about
really
him.
bad.
Like what the
He
fuck?
kind of lost his touch when he was VP. he was
people
a
loved him with
completely different
Obama.
person.
I
Yeah.
forget about that.
Yeah.
He was like,
Well, because Obama took the spotlight, though. Really.
yeah. Obama was
Well,
pretty
people
cool.
people say that Biden show like signs of like really dementia. Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that.
I don't know.
How old is that
Yeah.
dude?
I think we're
Old as
screwed
fuck.
either way.
We need to have
honestly.
like 40-year-old presidents, dude, who are like, I'm gonna be
Dude,
living here for a while.
Were
still
you guys
after I
keeping
fuck
up
this
on the
Kardashians?
no
keeping up with the Kardashians. Yeah.
the Democratic debates like here a couple months ago?
I thought
you guys
Biden
didn't watch
wanted-
any of that?
No,
Debate.
no.
No,
No,
well, he sucked
you-
during all that.
yeah.
Everyone dropped out.
No, you're thinking. Yeah,
Because you told me that.
you're thinking about Donald Trump versus Biden.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's talking about
But-
the Democrat.
Yeah, so like with
When
Pete
there was
Buttigieg, yeah,
Buttigieg.
I actually kind of liked him.
Who Biden? Was he
No.
making it? Oh,
no,
Buttigieg.
yeah,
and then Elizabeth Warren,
Yeah.
and then I was telling Jason this. I was a fan of Tulsi.
I liked Tulsi when she was talking to Jocko. We both listened to that.
but
Yeah.
she's the brunette, right? Or
Yeah, with
She was
the
the
with the
veteran.
gray.
She's
Yeah,
a veteran.
She was the youngest one
She's
there.
like liberal,
The
but she had a
youngest
lot
woman.
of also
Conservative
She was in the
kind of
middle,
views.
dude.
so she.
See, that's how I am. I like.
That's how majority of
I
America
am like
is, dude.
in the middle. Like
That's probably how
right.
most of us are. Like
But-
we're all willing to talk and figure out what's reasonable, but it's like black and white in the
Yeah,
media.
yeah,
and so it's like
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
either this and you
Yeah.
have to follow everything this
I
side
hate
says,
that.
or you're
I
this
hate
and we
that.
follow everything this side says.
No, yeah, that's terrible.
It sucks.
Because you kind of shut down the conversation.
Dude, and people are
if you say something that I don't like, then I could just be like, oh, you're this or that, and then we're done talking.
And people are downplaying going for a third party, like even yourself the other night.
I did.
Yeah, because it's like these are your options. That's it. There's no other thing
Well,
we
yeah.
can do. But it feels like that. But it's like, don't we run the show? Aren't the
You know-
citizens like? Can't
but
we spread ideas
you
and
know
grow?
what, Jason? For a third-party system to work, the third-party candidate needs to be so freaking popular.
And guess how they become popular? People saying, hey, fuck the two, like maybe the third party system can work, but we're already all saying it's not gonna work. And so it'll never work because we
But
already,
there hasn't been a candidate that draws that type of attention.
because no one gives their chance at all. Like we won't even, it's
the
like,
third-party candidates.
dude,
have
Joe
been
Jorgensen,
sucking.
have you guys seen that around?
No.
But, well, in my military community of friends, it's huge. And everybody wants Joe Jorgensen. She's like a libertarian. And she seems pretty cool. I listened to a couple of her interviews. She's like, super liberty. She's just like in the middle, dude, and she seems really intelligent on her interviews. And it's a female. It's like,
right.
you think, why not?
Should
push
be
that?
behind. Everyone should be behind. If
It's like,
they
let's
want
get
a female
goddamn
president,
first female president, and she seems like a cool
Who's
one.
actually qualified, not just because she's
should
female,
look up some stuff about
but
her.
because she's qualified.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, we probably will never get out of the two-party system because we're all knowing that no one will get behind it, and because it's like. This is extreme, but think about like Nazi Germany. Like maybe a soldier who thinks this is wrong isn't gonna say anything because they're like, it doesn't matter what I think.
Right.
But it's like, but now looking back, we're like, well, you shouldn't have followed any. Like, don't just follow. Like, go do whatever you think. Like, it's wrong. You think you know it's wrong. Do what's right. But we're all like, even that with us, like on the two-party system, we're like, we know this is some bullshit.
Yeah,
it's always
like hive mind.
It's always like the lesser of two evils. That's how the last freaking few elections have been. Which one's not as bad?
Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't do that. Well, at least she didn't do this.
No, that's
terrible.
really what it is. It's like
That's
who's
terrible,
the
yeah.
Who's
the
not
least
as
bad?
bad?
Least bad.
Yeah, we got
who's the
330
least
million people in this country, and this is our two options. Two fucking
bad. I
dudes
saw
that
that. Yep.
nobody likes.
Yep. Yep.
And it's like, you know what I mean? We know this isn't right, but because we're all already have that mind of like, there's no other way.
Well,
Like,
Kanye
no one will
West
get behind
is
it.
running for president.
God,
So,
dude.
Let's talk about a ray of hope. Am I right?
Yeah. Dude, who would you guys want? We should freaking not allow people to run for president at all, for sure. And we just fucking put someone in there. I would say,
No, because you gotta have someone that wants to
Yeah.
do it.
But
Or
the people
else they
the people who want to do it don't deserve to do
They
it.
have
The people
agendas, for
the
sure.
best people to be leaders
Like
are the people who
Jocko?
don't want power. The people who want
But
power
that's
are
a-
the worst people to be to have power. The people who don't want power are the
Yeah.
best ones who can
Yeah.
hold power. You know what I mean?
I agree with you,
So
but
the
I
people
feel
who run
like
for president are fucking assholes usually that just want to get rich and like have
and
power.
Have power, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's just some bullshit, and that's our choices. You can only run for president if you're if you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire,
I
can pay for the ads.
I didn't even realize you had to pay so much to
Yeah.
even get on the debates. Because I know this because Tulsi was constantly saying that. Like, this is the first time that I had ever heard about that.
Yeah, dude, and think
She's
about
like-
how many qualified people. 330 million people in our country. Like, you'd think there's one outstanding leader that you could just get behind. Like, that's a fucking leader right there.
But they might not be rich. so
But they're
they
not
can't
rich,
run.
or they're not like they can't get on they can't get enough likes, or they can't get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they're third party, or they don't believe far enough liberal, or they don't believe far enough conservative, so they can't
Right.
make it to the final.
Right.
Yeah, we're fucked.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it looks bleak, but I refuse to lose hope.
Good for you.
I
I've
believe
lots of
you.
posts about people saying like America is finally coming down. The
I
USA
don't-
is
no.
finally.
I
We're
feel
not
like
fucked.
that
Hell no.
honestly
well,
bothers
I'm not
me.
saying
and
I believe
No,
it.
yeah, you see that though.
Yeah.
I don't. I
that
don't agree
bothers
with
me
either.
because that type of belief does spread. Like, to kids that are growing up right now, they're growing up believing that America is terrible.
A
Well,
lot of people
speaking of
hate
kids, like
America,
when
dude.
people put their political ideas
Yeah.
on their kids
Yeah,
and like
dude.
making them hold signs
Yeah,
and
dude.
go
That's-
protest with
that's
them.
They're
terrible.
like, I don't know
It's
what
like-
I'm doing, but
yeah.
That's bad. Yeah.
Daddy
my
wants you to hold
mom
this
mom
sign.
told me to hold
I don't
this
even know
sign
basic math yet.
about- yeah.
Like, but I
No.
know he's not right for president.
Yeah, dude.
I know
That's
about foreign
terrible.
policy and
That's-
trade,
that's
but I
such
don't
a-
even know how to add 2 + 2 yet. The fuck?
That's such a terrible burden to put on your child.
Yeah, well, dude, talking about freaking putting that shit on people, Portland State University, every fucking professor I had, dude,
Is
they would
liberal.
just preach about their political beliefs. It's
Yeah.
because they truly think
And
they're
that's
making a
bad.
difference. Like, it would just... Dude, I'm not a fan of Trump, but I don't want to fucking hear about how bad Trump is
Yeah.
in the middle of my
Yeah.
Spanish class,
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
middle
sure.
of my fucking
Yeah,
film history
yeah,
class,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fucking teach me what I paid for.
There,
You know?
there's a time and a place, right?
Yeah,
There's a time
this
and
is
a
not
place
the
for
shit, but I think they really think that they're like helping change the world.
we're shaping young kids'
They're helping shape it, and I'm
mind.
like, dude, this is not the place.
No.
You might be a little confused. Like, you might also. We're all
You're
regulated
not
by
perfect,
the crazy bias
right? Like,
media.
yeah.
Even if we think we're not, it's like,
Oh, there's always
always
a time
not us.
and a place to speak politics, right? And it shouldn't be in the middle of a university course.
yeah, and Boise State's the worst for that,
Yeah.
dude. I'm trying to transfer to Boise State. Maybe I'll be able to hang out with you guys a lot more. I really am.
That'd be cool.
The camera operators convinced me today.
You
So
should.
like you can, like it doesn't matter where you are, like because I felt like I needed to be in a big city to be able to find the opportunities to work on bigger shows.
Yeah.
I love Idaho, dude. I really do.
Dude, the cool thing about Boise is that it's growing and that there's a lot. The people that I got to meet on the movie, they're working to make Boise like a legit like
Bringing production here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
And production's coming here. Nat Geo's coming here next week.
I would say transfer.
Yeah, I want to. I want to come here and I want to start something here and I want to grow and I want to be the film guy of Idaho.
Right.
So
Well,
if
like I don't know
something
anything.
in Idaho, hit up Jason.
I don't know anything about the film industry, but I feel like your shots would be better in a place that doesn't have, you know, like a lot going on. Like Boise, like, you know, if you're one of the only guys here doing film stuff, then...
It's like the
Well, there's a lot-
chiropractor in Buell, like you guys were talking about, right?
What's that?
Like the chiropractor in Buell
Oh,
who's
yeah.
built his career on
I'm
that.
so competitive though that I feel like no matter where I go, I'm like I'm gonna outgrind these fucking kids that want to be in the film because I have so much going on. Like I feel like I have so much real world shit that I've gone through that I'm like
But
gonna push.
Do you think you need to step back though? Like, are you too confident? Like, do you?
I-
do you
no,
actually,
it's not
do you-
confidence.
Well, I mean, do you think
that's a
like?
good point.
I think it's just like a real world realization, right? Like, yeah, you have that drive and stuff, but like, unless you can get those opportunities,
You need
No,
to
I
have that
think I don't-
humility. As
No,
well.
that's the. I think you guys are confused. I don't have like confidence like arrogance. I think
No,
you're
I
confusing
don't
it with
think-
arrogance.
yeah.
The confidence I have is I know how hard I work. I know how I never. If I have an opportunity possibly come in my window, I know I do every single thing I can possibly do to capitalize on that opportunity.
Right.
So when I go to a place that has more opportunities, I feel like I have more chance of capitalizing on those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I think like no matter what I'm gonna make it, because I'm scared, dude. It's a scary industry to go in. It's a creative industry, and I feel like it's
Yeah.
always scary to go in.
It's so competitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know like how hard I work. I mean, I fucking lived in this van for the last year just so I could save money to buy a camera that I know is in the industry. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
so
yeah.
I could learn it, so I could count myself as an operator of that
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Like I do shit that these 18-year-old kids won't do because they just don't think about it yet.
Right,
The real
and they
world
might
hasn't
not
hit them
have-
where it's
yeah.
like you got bills to pay.
Right.
You gotta live life. You gotta if you want to take care of a family, you better like they don't think about that shit. They're like going through college having
Following
fun.
their
you know what I
dream,
mean?
yeah.
But I'm an adult already. I'm 26 years old, and I think that's. I mean, even in the Marine Corps when I joined at 18, there was like 26-year-old dudes in there. They were different than us, and the drill instructors at boot camp would tell us, they're like, these guys have already fucking lived their life. Like you guys are just kids. These guys already know what
Right.
they want. That's why they're like, you know, the way they are.
Right. And I don't mean this to be offensive or anything, but like you're in a film program, right? And like with a bunch of 18, 19-year-old kids, like you
Yeah.
said.
Right.
Like these kids, like, do they even know what they're getting into? Like, are they just doing it because their parents have money? Like
That's
you
really it
being
is.
26, like you're obviously like dead set on it. Like you're 26-year-old.
I made my decision,
Yeah, you made your
and I'm
decision,
going
and you want
all
to
the
do
way.
it.
Yeah.
These other
They're
kids
kinda
in
on
your
the
they're
wall.
just like, you know, it's like going into art.
might-
Dude, the
or-
kids who
Right,
graduate
or who
come and
might
hit me
just-
up.
Or who might just want it for like the fame or
A
whatever.
lot of the kids that are in film school, they want to be YouTubers, dude.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
just go make
see?
YouTube
Have they
videos. You don't need to be
Yeah.
in film school.
You should give them my business card. I'm just kidding. I don't even have one, but it's like,
Dude, no, it's just crazy. Like as you grow older, I think life really sets in.
Right.
And you know what you need to do in order to be successful in
Right.
life. You know that you have a finite amount of time, I think. And you're like,
Yeah.
here we go. Like, I'm running out of time. I'm getting older. But when you're 18 years old, remember when we were 18? It felt like we're never going to be adults. Like,
Dude.
you have time to make your dreams happen.
Okay, speaking of this adult conversation, like I'm 26 also,
Yeah.
and fuck, I still don't think I'm an adult. Like,
Dude,
you know, when I talk to
I
my
get
parents about stuff, I'm like, yeah, legally I'm an adult, but holy shit, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just-
it's like
you know, I have a
going
steady
day by
job,
day,
I have a house
going-
and shit,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like
dude.
a lot of the time I'm like, I don't know how to pay this
I don't think
bill.
you
I don't know
ever
what this
really
bill's
know.
for.
Yeah.
You probably never really know, dude. It's like life. You never perfect life.
Well, and the worst part is like, well, at least for me, like comparing myself to where my parents were at my age is just the worst feeling because I
Really?
feel so unaccomplished compared
Really?
to what they did. Yeah, like my dad was over here at 16, like working his ass off, like
Dude,
you
like
know, paying
comparing
bills,
it to how
like,
much they work.
already had like children. Oh, we're able to pay the bills and stuff like that, and I'm just over here like, you know, just taking it one day at a time. You know, just I may have a degree, but you know,
Yeah. Well, are you
I'm like-
happy?
I am happy,
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
but
you want, I'm
but
sure.
it's hard. It like I don't know. It's. I feel like people. I don't know, like. I guess I just didn't know how hard it. Because in my head, I was like, oh, once I have the degree, then everything's gonna line up, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
just
you're
not.
kind of in the same situation as Jason, though. You're in the same
We're in the
different
creative
media,
in the
but yeah.
career, yeah.
And now
we're-
Miguel's thinking about going film industry.
Really?
Dude, he likes it.
if I get another acting role, I would totally do it.
What was your
yeah.
other acting role?
Just the one I did
Making
for that
Sense
film, for the Making Sense.
I didn't
feature
know-
film
I
that
didn't
happened
watch
in
it or
Boise that they're
anything.
making.
Oh no, it hasn't. It
Oh.
hasn't been released. But yeah, so I got to act in an actual film here in Idaho, and I loved it. Like every second of it. Like I got up so excited.
Yeah, dude, that's cool, man.
Like fun to work on. It's so fun to be part of such a large collaboration of creativity.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people involved.
What'd you say it was called?
Making Sense.
Making Sense?
Yeah.
What's it about?
I was so it's about
Dude,
this.
I don't think I know anything about this.
Oh man, Gage. I'm a bad friend. But
No, it's okay. I'm a bad friend
Not
too.
because of that though.
I know other reasons, way other reasons. No, so it's about this neuroscientist who, honestly, his wife passed away because they were doing experiments on people with disabilities because they believed that they had a sixth sense. So he was doing. It's basically like the Disabled Avengers, basically.
Okay.
So in the movie, I'm best friends with another girl who's a scientist as well, and then she gets dragged into the old guy's experiments, so we get dragged in with her. It's kind of cool. Like it was.
The
a
trailer,
lot-
you like a
nice.
co-star? Or?
I was. They call it a supporting actor.
Huh?
Yeah. So I was glad because
How many lines did you have to memorize?
I had quite a few, but not too much. So I was glad because most of the time, like I'm just there. But I I have a couple scenes, but like.
And he's only fucked up once, and it wasn't even about his line. It was
wasn't-
about
so
what.
So you wanna hear something?
Yeah,
So all the
obviously.
so all the scenes that I had, right? Like, you know this. Like, I've never acted in my life.
Sure.
Never
Except for the 5th grade.
thought
play.
about it. Yeah,
Dude, I was a rat.
Dude, bro.
Really? I was
Dude,
hypnotizing
bro.
your ass.
I
That was a Pied Piper.
I fucking dropped the bread. I was the chef, and I had to.
On the 5th grade play.
I had to carry a basket on stage, and they put an actual bread. But because of my limp, I literally dropped the bread off stage.
Let me
And
just
I
say
was
this.
just like, oh.
Dude, do you guys know how much pressure it is to be a 5th grader and have to play a fucking recorder for a giant audience in front of everybody while you're like the fucking Pied Piper? I was
Dude,
so
you
scared,
were
dude.
the fucking
I
star.
was scared as hell. But
Whatever.
on with the screw up.
Yes.
We all know that story.
So in the movie, there was a scene. It was kind of close to the climax, but like we had to look. So pretend this recorder is a tree, right?
Okay.
So we're supposed to be like all shocked, and then we were supposed to like turn and look at that tree. But I don't know if you've noticed this, Gage, but I go cross-eyed sometimes.
Have you ever noticed?
No.
I've never noticed either.
Really? It's probably something minor that
So
like,
I do like
only you notice.
whenever I have to focus on something happens with my eyeballs, but I go cross-eyed. And so when they told us to like look at a specific tree, I thought like in my head that I was looking at the tree. And they were like, Miguel, can you look at the tree? And I was like, I am. And they're like, no, like, look at the tree. And we had to like film that scene so many times.
No way. How many times?
Maybe like
Because of your eyes?
maybe like 2 or 3.
Because you didn't look? That was the fault?
Yeah, so they couldn't tell you were
Like,
looking at the tree?
he's
or,
looking
like,
up to the lake again.
Because I think like one of my eyes must have gone like another direction. So it looks. So I feel like now that I've told you, if you look through my pictures one day when you're bored, you'll see that I can never look directly into the camera. It always looks like I'm looking like a little bit off to the side. But no, that's just how my eye is.
Which one?
I don't fucking know.
look right at-
I've been
look
no,
at this point right here.
you can't know. Fuck you. I'm not gonna go cross-eyed on purpose. No, but that was the only scene of mine that we had to film more than once. All my other scenes that I even had lines in, they were like, okay, we're good. And they were like, oh look, Miguel did it again, like one shot. And I was
my
like,
God,
really?
Miguel. It's hilarious. Yeah, I've never noticed, and we've known you for so long.
That's crazy. Because
No,
I
I've never
always
noticed.
notice it in pictures. I'm like, oh shit, well there I am, cross-eyed again.
It's probably so damn minor, dude.
Yeah.
It's probably just big to you and to freaking directors who are really monitoring.
Do
the
you notice
freaking screen.
obviously you don't notice when it happens if you.
I don't, because to me, and I don't know if it's the same for other people, but for me, like, I'm looking at that, I'm looking like directly at that thing, but my eye is just like.
So do you see more?
No.
Like this widescreen just starts growing on one side.
I just see double the. No, my eye.
I see a tree behind me right now.
No, like there's somebody behind us right now. No, like I can't tell. I can't tell. It's just my eye, but it's weird. It's, yeah, I've, yeah.
Hey, Miguel, are you on the Idaho Indie Filmmaker page?
I'm not. No.
I'm adding you right now there. That's how you find some casting roles and stuff and projects that are going on in Idaho.
No.
I'm gonna invite you to it right now. I'm sure everybody you worked on with that thing, you'll see on this page.
I'm proud of the movie.
How big of a collaboration was it? Like how many actors?
It was pretty
and
legit.
stuff?
I'm gonna show you. I'll show you the Instagram page right
Dude,
now.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. I'm sorry, Gage.
No, it's
well, I couldn't even, like, it would have been weird for me to send you, like, oh, look at this.
Here's
no,
their
not at all.
Instagram page. Let's see if we can find a set. Like, here's a set. Where's
It was
Miguel?
like a legit
Let's find a picture
set.
with Miguel.
They
had a lot of crew.
Show him my interview.
Where's it at?
Go to
It's gotta
my
be newer, huh?
go to my page. The most.
They didn't post it on
So
here?
you actually like had to cast for the role?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I had
you
to
went in?
audition.
You had to audition?
Yeah.
I had to go to a callback. I took classes all summer.
Is that on Down with the Disc or your
my
personal?
Either one. I think I shared it on both. That one, where you see it's a video. I think it's that one.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, it's that one.
This whole experience has been completely new for me. Learning from the other actors around me has made it not as difficult or as intimidating as I thought it would be.
Where are you looking?
People in my case, with any disability, we like to take the scenic route where it kind of just takes the long way, and it's a little bit harder sometimes.
Hey, but see,
you
there
get
was
to
like
see
a
more of
full
the
set,
scenery,
dude.
and
They had a lot of
you
green
still
screen.
see
Show him the
really
trailer.
good
Show him the
later.
trailer. Show him the
Alright,
trailer.
we're watching
That's
the trailer.
super cool, man. I'm proud of you.
Just go. Thank you. Oh my god, it's been an experience of a lifetime. Never in my life did I imagine that I would do something like this.
Huh. Yeah, I had no idea you were doing anything like this.
Just type in "Making Sense Film" and it'll come up. There it is. Oh look.
This is Quinn. Quinn has been working with us the past couple months on a project that we're calling the Sonic Sleeve.
She's so good,
It's
dude.
relatively simple.
Is she from
Based
Idaho?
in part
Yeah.
of the early work of
All these people are pretty much from Idaho.
We're using the mechanoreceptors in the skin to turn sounds like my voice into pulses that are felt by Quinn, who, as you may have noticed, is deaf.
Was there a reason you started with a device for the deaf? Was it personal to you? You realize you can't make her whole again, right?
Bob! Why do you have stuff about my sister in here?
Where others see disability, I see transformative individuals with
Oh.
a great aptitude for realigning their sensory inputs. While you may not be able to articulate it, you too see the transcendent nature of our sensory enlightened counterparts. I need someone like you to help me carry this work forward.
This is nuts.
Amberger's on something
This is
truly
nuts.
amazing. Evolutionary advancement to our understanding of the human brain. Thank you.
Oh, this again. College student?
Yeah.
Well, my apologies. My father, I'm afraid to say, is not his best self these days.
What is your name, sir?
I don't remember. Heinrich Klein.
Apparently he was developing some top secret tech and then decided he wanted to keep it.
Can't imagine 30-year-old technology is worth a damn now.
He's wanted by the FBI.
He's what?
I simply kept my research.
The sensory lab is for legitimate scientific study.
Look at Miguel.
Now he's trying to take our project
You
away.
lied to us.
Why would you do this? Because
Was that your line?
it won't fix it.
No, that. I'll tell you
You have to
guys.
strike that word impossible from your
Do you know the
vocabulary.
ending?
Oh yeah.
The work in that
You know the whole
notebook
story?
contains precedent. We just have to go further.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself how far you're willing to go to find the answers you seek. The next frontier isn't out there. It's in here.
What is happening, Dad? The work is happening. Are you coming?
is beautiful.
Making sense.
Dang, dude.
Isn't it cool?
That's cool. Hey, go back to the beginning though. In the very first scene, I'm assuming the first scene that you're shown, because you like ducked, like you were embarrassed. So I want to see it.
Wait. Oh,
Wait.
because I
You
just
saw it already?
It's up here somewhere.
Oh.
It's when you're at the lake and someone's in a wheelchair with a bandana.
Oh yeah.
Are you in that scene?
Oh.
Yeah. No, so you know why?
I think
'Cause
it was.
every time I see myself, like,
Yeah, right
There you
there.
go.
I just, it's hard for me to see my. Yeah.
Oh, you're right there.
Yep.
See, that was so quick. I didn't even see you in that one.
It's
Dude,
hard.
oh yeah, I didn't even realize you were there either.
No, it's hard for me to like see myself because I see my disability. So it's just like an automatic.
Dude,
like,
Miguel,
You're
sorry
dumb.
to interrupt you, but I want to ask you a question about the other night that I wanted to
about
ask.
what? No,
That
but let me
might be a little
so,
deeper.
So in that scene that was like, you lied to us. You know, all dramatic. That was my favorite scene because my character, he fucking tells the main girl off.
Oh yeah.
Cause like,
Oh, and you liked that, didn't you?
yeah, I did, dude. Cause my character fucking has like the best line. And like when I read that on the script, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I hope I get this part. Because he essentially tells her like, should I tell you guys? Well,
Yeah, tell us, dude. When is Making Sense coming out, you know?
I don't know. They haven't told us because everything got canceled.
Cause what?
So the main girl, like her
Oh,
sister is
the film
deaf.
festivals.
Yeah, all the festivals got canceled. So the main girl, her sister is deaf, and the actress was actually deaf. She's the coolest person ever. Anyway, but in the story, like, she feels guilty. So the main girl feels guilty. So that's why she goes into this, like, cause she's trying to like essentially fix her sister. And you guys will see why in the story when you guys watch it. But essentially, like, my character, like, we find out that she had been lying to us at one point. So in that
About the FBI shit.
in that particular scene, I was like, something. I won't say the exact lines because
Do it, please. Come on, give it.
No.
Dude, do the line.
No,
do the line. Come on.
No,
Dude, for the audio, bro, give us the line.
Shut up. I don't even think I remember it. I don't even know.
You remember.
We shot it in September.
You remember.
We shot it. Shut the fuck up. No, but in essence, I'm like, maybe instead of trying to fix her, you should actually try to be part of her life. I'm sure she'd appreciate being seen as more than a reminder of your stupid mistake. And I just got like, yeah, but I'm like angry in that scene.
And did you dig in?
Oh, I did, dude. Like, I was actually like really, I was, you know, like, well, I was myself, so
You
I was
went
like,
method.
I was like always like smiling and stuff. But for that scene, like, I literally like, I was so looking forward to it, and I had to like get away from everybody. So like, while the lighting and the sound was getting like, while the scene was getting set up,
Yeah.
I was just like sitting by myself, like trying to get like into like a dark mood. So then in the scene, that would kind of come out, and it was like, I was nervous for that scene, and then I did one take. They're like, oh, I think we got it. Like, that's when they were like, oh, we got it. And I was like, are you sure? I was like,
Let's do it again, one more time.
yeah, no, I asked for another take. And the director was like, okay, guys, let's give Miguel another take. And then, no, but he said it kind of jokingly, you know? But I was like, I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Fuck yeah, dude. We were just talking about actors like that on my set. Who
The
are
one-
like so passionate about their lines that they like ask to do it again. because
Yeah.
They want to do it better.
Well, because the thing is, like, you have to, so I actually said the lines repeatedly, but the camera wasn't on me because they had to shoot
Yeah,
the
they had to
main
get the
girl,
different
right?
angles, switch
The main
different
girl,
angles.
and then Mackenzie, which I think you might know because she's from Twin.
Yeah, Mackenzie, I know her.
She's the best, dude. Oh my god. So she's like a CrossFitter. She's paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah, she was
But
on the
she's-
Southern Idaho Economic Development
Yeah,
podcast.
dude. Yeah. She has biceps that are bigger than my head. And if you see her Instagram or something, she like is climbing like that rope thing. Oh my, she's like
What
the
a
most
beast.
badass person. Like all
What
of
happened?
these
She was
people.
in like a car wreck or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I hope this movie comes out soon.
Was this all volunteer or you like?
I got paid.
You got paid?
Because I got.
It's been like a movie 10 years in the making for the director.
Bro, yeah. No, for the writer.
The writer. Oh.
Yeah, so this was his baby. because the writer's best friend, he tells the story in like most of his interviews, but so his best friend, he was like normal, he was like able body, right? And then he had an accident, and then his friend told him, he's like, I used to look at people in wheelchairs and feel sorry for them or some along those lines. And then after his accident, he's like, now I am one of those people. And for some reason that inspired the writer to kind of write this movie. And yeah, it's kind of a cool story.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, no, but that whole summer, dude, it was out of nowhere, and I took acting classes all summer for this
role, or you're just looking for something?
In general.
So like, you knew this was so you did it in general.
No. So
how'd this start? Is I guess what I'm asking.
Wait, I don't want to talk all the time in this.
What? No, dude, go.
Dude, yeah,
please.
Jason had his part.
Yeah, talk
about politics.
I'm out of here, dude. I have to pee.
Dude,
you should pee a while ago.
Sure.
You should probably pee right somewhere. Anyway, no, but so out of nowhere, right? Random ass weekend, Vera sends me it was Thursday, like at midnight. She just messages me a link to a random interview saying that Jump was having an acting workshop for people with disabilities. So Vera was like, I know you're doing your YouTube and I know you want to interact with people with disabilities. So she's like, I came across this. She's like, I haven't even read what it's about. She's like, but I just sent it.
Oh, that's cool.
She's like, I just sent it to you. So I click on the link. I watched the interview and I was like, again, I've never done this. I was like, are you gonna be here?
Peeing right on you.
And at that point, I don't know what was going on in my life at that point, Gage, but I was feeling so outgoing. And then that Saturday, I had nothing going on. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna go for it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. So I thought in my head, you know how in the American Idol and the America's Got Talent or shows like that, like they show people lined up around the block and stuff. So I thought that's how it was gonna be. So I showed up an hour early. Thinking that there was gonna be a huge line. There wasn't. Like the writer, I didn't know who he was, the writer and producer at that point, but he was still trying to get into Jump. But I walked up and
Is Jump a union?
A union?
Yeah.
No, dude.
He was trying to get into Jump.
Huh?
He was trying to get into Jump.
The building
No,
downtown.
like the building.
Oh, he was trying to get in the building?
Yeah, to set up for the workshop. And he's like, hey, he's like, are you here for the workshop? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, whoa, we don't start for another hour. He's like, but are you registered? And I was like, registered? he like checked on his list and stuff like that. And I was like, no, my friend just sent it to me a couple days ago and I just wanted to show up. And he was still checking. He's like, why don't you come back in an hour and then we'll see if we can get you in. So literally it turned to one of the best days of my life, Gage, because like it was like 7 in the morning. So like the sun was rising in like downtown Boise. And I literally just walked the city. It was empty. It was so beautiful. I found like a coffee shop there. I had breakfast outside. And I just like watched the city like wake up. And I was like, oh, it's time for me to head back. So then I just walked back, you know. As soon as I managed to get in, and then
Was there a line when you got back?
No.
Okay.
There was a little bit, but not too much. And then as soon as I walk in, they hand me like a script. And I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? And then, so they did the workshop. They talked about like the acting industry and how that works and how auditioning works and stuff like that. And I didn't know a soul, Gage. I found a table, sat by myself the whole time. And then eventually we had to kind of like pair up to practice the scene that they had given us. And I was lucky because one girl just kept coming up to me. And I don't know whether I should have been offended, but she was like, at one point, I don't know what I said, or what I did, but she's like, oh, I didn't even think you were disabled. And I was like, oh,
what a weird thing to say.
yeah. I was like, oh, you don't worry, y'all. I was like, you'll see it when I walk.
Oh my god. She probably regretted saying that.
No, but she
meant it in a good way.
She had a disability, right? Yeah.
Well,
she meant it in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, don't worry. I was like, you'll see it when I walk. It's pretty obvious. And then, that was kind of the end of it. But I've never been, I guess, like, people have told me that I don't look disabled, but the fact that she said it, I was like, anyway, so we practiced the scene, and then at one point, because for auditions, you can either go live or you can videotape yourself doing the scene. So they were showing how to set that up and stuff like that. And mind you, this workshop was being put on by an actual actress who's worked for ABC. She was in a sitcom, and then a casting director who casted the original Blade Runner. So she's known in LA or whatever, and she just lives here now. And she's starting to bring up the film industry here. And so they were the people in charge. And they set up the camera, they're like, okay, so if you want to come up and do your scene, feel free, we're going to record you, and then we're going to give you critiques. They call them adjustments, or something like that, right? You might correct me if I'm wrong. So it was almost over, people went up, and I was just like, wow, sitting at the table. And then it came down, it was almost over. And I think it was the last one, and I was just like, you know what? I was like, I'm never gonna see these people again. I didn't know anybody, so I was like, I don't, never gonna see them again. So I'm just gonna go try. And the guy next to me, he also raised his hand, so both of us raised our hand, and they're like, okay, rock paper scissors. So I was like, shit. So we actually rock paper scissors to go up there, and I won, surprisingly. That kid was a good actor, by the way. but I ended up winning. So and on the way up, I just started sweating balls, dude. I was just one of the girls, one of the people running the workshop, April, I was just I think she heard me, because I was walking up there, and I was just like, fuck, I regret this so much. And I actually cussed, but then I think I saw that she heard me, because she was, her face expression changed a little bit. So I was like, okay, but then I pretended I didn't say anything. So I was like, okay, I'm here. So I did my scene, and then the casting director gave me an adjustment. So the scene was actually very dramatic. It was about a drug addict. So she gave me adjustments. So she was like, pretend you're just getting caught, and that you're really addicted, and that you pretend you're married, and that your wife just caught you after times of being sober or stuff like that, right? So I was like, okay. So I did that adjustment, and then by the end of it, she ended up I guess loving what I did, and then the other kid ended up going too, so I felt less bad. He was really good. And then they played the thing in front of everybody, and I was just like,
the recording?
Yeah. They replayed it?
Yeah, and then they gave us adjustments again in front of everybody. And then, so that was my big thing, right? My brave thing. And then by the end of the workshop, I just went to thank them. The actress herself was already gone. She bolted, so it was over. But the casting director was there, and I was just like, I just want to thank you for this workshop. And she just literally called her assistant over, and she's like, can you give him the information for our management thing that we're starting, because it was fairly new at that point. And then her assistant came over, I met her, she gave me their info. She's like, we'll be emailing you and stuff like that. So fast forward, I ended up, so right now I'm signed with them, so a management firm. So the way that works is they get all the casting, all the available casting, and if I fit the role for a character, then they submit me.
They'll hit you up.
Yeah. So, and then after that, I just started taking classes with the casting director, because she teaches classes. So that whole summer, I was taking classes, then I auditioned for that movie, and yeah.
You got it.
No, but at first I didn't think I was, because they were very specific, so each character has a disability.
He's the only fraud in the whole movie.
Yeah, dude. So,
What do you mean?
so each character has a certain disability, right? So, of the 5 senses, so lack of taste, lack of smell, lack of hearing, visual impairments, right? Obviously, I have none of those. And in my audition, that was the first thing they asked. They're like, because I was auditioning for Max, so he has lack of taste, and that was the first question. They're like, I was like, can you taste? And I was like, yeah. I was like, CP is everything for me. You know, that's it for me. But they let me audition, and I didn't hear back for 2 months, but I kept going back to class, you know. And then the casting director was like, you know, we're like looking for an actor with that disability. She's like, but we loved what you did. And then I just never heard back. So eventually I was like, you know, I didn't get the part, which is good, right? Like, if they want to be authentic to the disability, I'm all for it. But then at the same time, I had read the script, and I was like, I really want this part. You know? So eventually I got the part, and then we filmed in September.
So in the movie, you couldn't taste, or did they just adapt
I had to do a little bit of research.
He had to like do scenes where he like take a bite of a hot dog and he's like, nothing.
No, yeah, that was it. I feel like I just talked forever. You guys need to talk.
No, that's
Oh my God, Miguel, bro, don't overthink it, dude.
No, but I'm sorry. I'm like thinking like YouTube wise, or like I've been talking too long. But no, but yeah, it was cool because like, so it's called the Gusia, and apparently it's like it can be temporary depending on people, but I played off like the texture because apparently like the texture of everything just like gets thrown off, so that's kind of what I used for the role.
So did you have to do weird scenes while you were eating?
I did have to eat something at one point.
What was different? What'd you do?
I would just kind of make like a disgusted face, because because in the videos that I watched, people would say like that ice cream just had the worst texture. It was just not pleasant to eat. So then in the scene, I had to eat like I had to bite a piece of bread. So I was just like, I acted like it was the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. And then,
but meanwhile, you're like, this is pretty good.
You know, like
good bread.
casually, you know.
Proacting.
Right. Right. So, yeah. No, but it was a blast. Like, I was telling Jason, like, it gave me such appreciation for the shows that are on Netflix or the movies that we watch, because like the actors are like, we just go in there for like do our lines and then that's it, but the work is like setting up the scene. Like the lighting has to be perfect, the sound has to be perfect, and there's just so many intricacies that I was just like, wow, this is so cool. You know,
it's hard work.
Yeah,
a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah,
so much shit to think about, from sound to cinematography to lighting to freaking to blocking, to freaking authenticity of lines, to script, to like, dude, there's so much shit that goes involved in.
You know what the best compliment I've received, I think, to this day has been?
What?
The person, I don't know the terminology for it, but the person in charge of the lighting, he was like, he's like, Miguel, he's like, he actually said this, and I was like, I didn't know how to react. But he's like, dude, like, I love shooting your skin color, because the lighting just like, apparently my skin color like looked really good on camera, like for him to adjust the lighting, and then everybody else just happened, you know. But he gave me that compliment. I was just like, oh, I was like, thanks to my parents.
And then you were like, you were in the bathroom lighting.
Yeah, I was like, you're right. I was like, I'm glowing.
Oh, it's such a great complexion.
Yeah, I know, that's
on a
basically
date, just like, well, once a gaffer told me that my skin was
gaffer.
radiant. What do you think?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'd probably be a little creeped out at first. Like,
no,
dude, this guy wants to skin me.
No, bro.
Skin is flawless.
Like the whole cast and crew was honestly the coolest people I've ever met in my life.
Wow, Gage.
Except after you guys, of course. No, but you know, like, and you know, that's like everyone's just so chill.
Well, it depends. I don't know this. Everyone's different.
I've heard that this movie, because everyone just clicked, but I've heard from other actors
Some
or
people
other.
don't click.
Yeah,
Some
I've
people
heard
are
that
anal.
it's not usually like
Some
this.
people are literally never worked with the camera before in their life, and then they tell the camera operators to sit there with the freaking camera on their shoulder for 2 hours straight and act like, why are you shaking? You know?
Yeah.
They don't understand. And there's some people that just don't get it. You know, they've never been a camera operator, but they try to tell the camera operators what to do because they're officially higher on them than in the hierarchy, and it's just pretty. It's very military, like, honestly.
One of the things that, like, so that, and again, I forget the correct term, but she's basically the director's assistant. Like, she's in charge of the
AT.
Is that it?
Assistant director.
Yeah, assistant director. That makes sense. But I've heard, like, we had one of the, like, the girl, I shouldn't call her chick, the woman that was in
That's
charge.
offensive,
Yeah,
Miguel.
that was offensive.
Don't say
Sorry.
chick.
Sorry.
Only chicken babies are chicks.
Yeah, shut up. So the woman that was in charge of that.
Woman? How do you know she's a woman?
She was in charge of, like,
Did she tell you she's a woman?
yeah,
Did she identify as a woman?
I don't, shut up.
Don't
Jason.
assume gender.
You're assuming her gender, Miguel?
I am, but don't.
That's offensive.
No, she was honestly the coolest thing, because she didn't even have to, like, yell or anything. Like, she just commanded, you know, when she's like, all right, everybody on set, like, we're quiet down or stuff like that, you know.
Quiet on set.
And I've heard that that's not, like, that some assistant directors, they literally, like, yell at people, like, not in a pleasant way. In other movie
some people,
sets.
even in every industry, I'm sure even everybody, like, Gage, in your work, do you ever have a leader that just is a shitty leader?
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's shitty leaders out there, dude.
But it's a corporate place, right? So it's not.
Dude, I feel like leadership.
This is kind of corporate.
No, well, what I'm saying is like it's not a language thing. It's just the act of being a leader.
Yeah.
Just isn't as strong with
their actions.
that leader versus others. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, Jocko Willink's leadership books are my favorite.
Do you know Jocko?
Jocko Willink?
Nope.
I feel like
Maybe
you'd
so,
like
dude.
him to Gage.
I'll send you some stuff about
do
him.
it.
Yeah, I have a book with him if you want to borrow it.
Yeah, sure.
He's never read it.
I've never read
He's all
it,
saying
so-
it like he's got a book, like he's read it.
I've
We've been talking about it.
learned-
Extreme
shut
ownership.
the fuck up.
What's
You
the
need to
book
read
called?
it yourself
Extreme
first.
Ownership.
Extreme ownership. It's a great one.
He basically talks about, well,
Owning-
taking responsibility for your actions, no matter if you're not the one necessarily with the mistake. But for example, if I'm in charge of overseeing your work, then even if you make a mistake and my boss sees it, then I'm gonna take responsibility.
Sure.
No matter.
He's
right?
this badass
That makes sense. to me.
Jiu-Jitsu black
Like,
belt, Navy SEAL,
Yeah, bro.
commander in Ramadi during
Yeah.
the invasion of Ramadi.
Yeah.
Like,
What'd you say his name was?
Jocko Willink.
Jocko.
I'll send you some stuff. I'm
He
sure
has
you've probably
a
heard of him before.
YouTube and podcast, bro.
What other podcasts do you listen to?
We're about to send you all of them.
Yeah.
Philosophize
seriously,
This
do
is
it.
one of my favorites.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna send you guys the podcast that you need to listen to. Like
What?
Beliefs. It's the Beliefs one and Philosophize This. It makes you just sit there and think about why do we believe in what we believe.
What's their basis?
great.
What's their basis?
What do you mean?
Like, are they just like,
It's just pondering.
What
It's
is
philosophizing.
life? You know?
No, you just have to listen to it, dude. It's a really
Dude, yes.
educated scholar guy, and
Send me
he's
some,
so
and
deep.
I'll listen
into-
to him before we go.
He's
camping.
great at questioning questioning and like being open to question everything. And it starts out with, you start at the beginning with Socrates and then Pluto and Aristotle, all the greatest philosophers ever.
does he
To
cover
Buddhism, to Lao Tzu.
Thomas Aquinas?
I haven't got to that one. I don't know. I haven't learned about him. There's a lot. Look how judgy Miguel is instantly.
No,
Is he as smart as me?
No,
I'm not listening to
I'm
him.
not saying that. No, you know why I say that? Because most philosophers skipped Thomas Aquinas.
Why?
Because he was Catholic. He's saying Thomas Aquinas.
This
But
guy
he's-
doesn't seem very
he's one
biased.
of
He
the-
seems so open. He goes from Asia
no, so
to
that's
Europe
why
to
I
Africa,
didn't mean
of
it
all
like in a
philosophers.
judgy way. I'm just like honestly curious. I was like,
Yeah.
does he talk about St. Thomas Aquinas?
Well, is that the one that you care about most?
I mean, I don't know much about him, but yeah,
You don't know about Thomas Aquinas? Or
not
how do you say
too
it?
much. St. Thomas Aquinas?
You
Yeah.
should,
But-
I'm sure you'd love this. It's just
I
it's
love
not like
that
it's
type
not
of
preaching. It's not preaching. It's questioning and asking questions. It's not like he's trying to teach anything to anybody.
No.
It's literally just asking questions. He will review all of what Aristotle's life was like,
Right.
what he did, what his beliefs were, and then at the end, it's hey, philosophize this. What if this and this and this? Let's ask questions about this guy's philosophy and let's apply it to modern day life.
I feel like I'd be into that.
And it's really cool. It really broadens your mind into thinking of just opening, because we get really stuck into these, I think, patterns of just like,
Well, we live in our head. And that's the problem.
That silent moment.
I know. I was like, did I say something wrong?
No, dude.
It's like so shallow but so deep. At the same time.
Right? Like,
fuck in our head.
Yeah, like
I thought I lived in my van.
Yeah.
No.
No. But wait, what was you said you were gonna ask your question, and then I just go.
Oh, the question I want to ask. So there's a story. I'll tell you, Gage, his story that I heard the other day. You know how Miguel's known for just smiling, his big smile. Well, he got that from his ESL teacher in elementary. While we were playing on the toys.
Mrs.
What's that?
Quigley?
Yeah, I remember.
Mitchell Quigley's mom. Do you know? Yeah. Sorry, keep going. I just wanted to make sure.
This is your story, dude. Mrs. Quigley was pushing Miguel on the swings because Miguel would only do. Miguel was only on the. He'd only play on the swings really because he'd probably get hurt if he was playing out on the toys. You know, when he was a little. Dude, I want to see little pictures of little Miguel, dude.
Oh my god.
I can't even think of it, dude. But
it's basically I have the same face.
same
I have the same body. I have the same body too.
Well, and Miguel used to never smile, I guess. And she told him on the swing, like, hey, why don't you smile? Come on, please tell us, Miguel.
Oh, why am I the one talking? Okay, so long story short, like, obviously I couldn't play in the same toys, obviously, right? So I would always head to the swings, right? And one day, like, Miss Quigley was honestly my favorite teacher because she kind of took me under her wing, kind of. Like, she took me to like Easter egg hunt, and I obviously I was like from Mexico, right? So I didn't know what the fuck that was. Like she kind of introduced me to like American culture in a way, and she one day we were like in the swings. I just remember she was like pushing me or something, and she wanted to take a picture for my parents, show my parents, and then I was just like, okay, well I just sat in the swing, and then she's like, why don't you smile? And then I'm like, oh, you know. Because at that time my teeth were all crooked and shit, and even more than that, like I was telling them, like in Mexican culture back then, especially, like we didn't smile like for pictures. It was like serious. You had to mean mug, you know. So smiling was just like weird. So I was like, no. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, just go ahead and smile. I think she told me to say cheese or something. And then ever since then, cause. Yeah, she told me, she's like, oh, see, look at you, like, you have a great smile. And I was like, really? So, and then I was telling you that, like, I think ever since then, I kept smiling. Because I'm like,
you became known for being the big smile of the school, dude. Yes.
Yeah, but that was,
So, if anybody ever listens to this one day, and if we ever
everyone does,
when we're 40 years old, we're all CEOs, and we're talking about the 2020s and like releasing this shit. I'm not posting it, dude. This is gonna be this is the year 2040. I'm sure you fucking little fucks out there are probably you hear it. Miguel Ayala, he has cerebral palsy. In case you don't know. Don't spit that on my bed.
How dare you not know who I am by 2040? I might not be doing anything right then.
Where else gonna be in Hollywood? You better fucking know.
No.
I was really curious. I was just like trying to empathize what it would have been like to be you, and you were on the swings while everyone played. I was just wondering, what was elementary school like for you? Like during recess too?
Well, I actually made a video about this, so if you want to go like and subscribe,
go like, share, subscribe. Down with the diss.
No. So it was weird because it was it was lonely for me, but it was my own doing. I feel like, mean? Because everyone was really nice to me. I've been lucky in a sense that that's why I love you in a sense.
Like no bullies or anything?
Yeah, nobody ever bullied me. Everyone. I don't know. I was very lucky because when I did that volunteering trip in college for people with disabilities, they would like literally tell us their stories, and they would literally break down crying because they were bullied because of their disabilities. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, I've been so lucky. But yeah, so it was lonely.
Yeah, fuck you, Miguel. You know how hard it was to be nice to you?
No, but on it, like it was lonely to me in a sense because I felt like I couldn't. I've always felt like I couldn't belong, in a way. But then I had no reason to complain because everyone was kind to me, right? So it was just kind of that weird thing with me. So that's kind of how elementary was for me. Yeah.
You want to hear cold, honest truth?
Yeah.
Dude, middle school, I thought you were the most annoying person ever.
No! Are you serious?
I figured.
What?
No, bro. I have middle school.
Like, who was our 8th grade science teacher? He was a big guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He was a really good guy.
He was all
really
super fun with
super
all the
cool,
students.
yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Maybe it
what's
might have been
his
7th grade.
No, I know
But
what
I
you're
was in
talking
the
about.
same class as you. Like,
Miguel
holy
wouldn't
shit,
shut
Miguel
up.
just doesn't shut up. All he does is giggle and smile.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it pisses me off.
He used to be kind of grumpy, I feel like, at some point.
No, I don't think so. I'm halfway joking.
I don't
right
think
now,
so.
Kind of. I'm just kind of
Well,
making
no,
jokes,
it's funny. No, because I believe you. Like, because I feel like I was annoying. Like, I feel like I still am sometimes.
I was gonna say.
No. You know, with that teacher, though, you know who I remember? I don't remember his name, but I remember Tristan.
Yeah, she couldn't see. And
She had a scooter, and that was the first time that I guess I saw somebody with a more severe disability than I had.
What about Giovanni?
Oh, Giovanni.
Who's he?
Super short.
Oh,
super
yeah,
tiny.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
He was so happy too all the time.
he
He's like,
was,
"Yeah."
he was,
Fucking crazy. He was like a foot tall.
Him and Mr.
Yeah.
Bowman had like a cool relationship.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so fun.
Yeah.
He was just like energy
Yeah,
all the time.
he
Super
was.
fun.
and see,
Didn't he pass?
so-
Yeah, quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
he did?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't know?
I don't think I did.
Dude, I swear it was maybe 2 or 3 years after
Yeah.
high school. Yeah.
It was pretty quick. I mean, he had a lot of complications.
Yeah.
because of
Yeah,
because of
he would.
Yeah, no, see, so that's, I've always, I don't know, man. It's been rough because the only person I remember was Jamie Julio. Because she has CP too. And hers is like even less severe than mine. So and we had the same physical therapist, like Gloria Morris. She was the coolest, but like that's how I even got to know Jamie, because we would Gloria would get done working with Jamie, and then it would be my turn, so we would always see. But then one of my biggest regrets was like, and still like with the movie, like I feel like I'm not as involved with other people with disabilities as I should be, or in the disability community as I should be.
Really?
Yeah, because it's always been like,
Even though you constantly are putting out content to try to help.
and that's when starting my YouTube has helped me, like on Instagram, like I've met, like the people that I've had on my YouTube, I've met through Instagram, and I think that's like the craziest thing, right?
Social media.
Right,
It's pretty awesome connecting us all.
but it's weird. Middle school was a dark time for me.
Really?
It really was.
That's where my life started to fall apart too, I think.
Yeah, middle school was shit. I think I blocked that out of my brain, honestly, because I feel like I feel like you and me, and this is Gage for anyone listening in 2040. No, I feel like we didn't start talking until.
Oh, dude, it's
High
probably like
school?
junior year, probably, or something.
No, bro, we had our class together. I thought
In 8th grade or when?
8th grade.
Well,
When-
you were in
with
advanced
the
start,
fall.
right? We were the cool kids.
Yeah. In advanced start.
So that was
yeah.
8th grade. I was in
The
advanced
advanced
start.
starts
Yeah.
where all the cool kids
No,
were.
I feel like that's when, see, because for me, like, it was very stereotypical, but like, for me, like, you guys were the cool kids, cause like you guys got to play sports and all that shit, and I was just like, ooh, cool, you know. And so like in our class, like when we actually like started talking, I was like, oh, Gage is actually pretty cool. I remember like we painted, so we had to paint like a little chair. I still have that chair.
I still have mine
actually.
too.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's at my parents' house.
So that's
That's cool.
But that's my first memory of you, I think. Talking in middle school, in our class, whatever grade that was. But yeah, it was a weird time.
What grade was that?
That was 8th grade.
8th grade. Anyway,
Man,
just
dude, my freaking early high school career is like a blur. I was fucking dumb, dude. I was just high all the time.
really.
Dude, I remember you were in my science class freshman year.
We were snorting everything.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Crackers, saltines.
Snorting everything and drawing dicks on everything. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I liked it so much, dude. It was so cool.
You're wearing
I think it was like the first time I was really hanging out with
baggy,
you. Like we were doing shit.
white t-shirts down to your
Yeah,
knees.
dude.
Straight up
I had a
thug.
cholo phase, dude. I wanted to fit in with the group.
Dope boys.
Mm-hmm. I told Miguel a little bit about my story for the first time the other day.
It makes sense. Like it makes sense. I
Which
had
part?
I had no idea.
Have I heard it?
What do you think about? What do you think? As I don't tell anybody, what do you think what my life was like?
I don't know.
Do you know who my dad is?
Not your real dad, no.
Oh, so he does. I think maybe I told you.
I'm sure I know a little bit about him, but I don't recall right now.
Ugh, I feel like it's so long that
No.
just a lot of reiteration.
I don't mind.
Oh, is this my cue to tell my story?
If
Yeah,
you
sure.
want to. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Wait, or should I get another drink? Because I'm empty.
Dude.
I feel like we should. I have to really pee.
I think this
Should
is
we take this into the house, or do you want to keep talking to your van?
Dude,
Can we pause this? 40 kids, can we pause this?
Dude, oh no, this is impossible, but
Impossible.
it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Dude, but this is a good time. I feel like,
You have a Powerade bottle? Like,
fuck it, dude. I'll take this shit with us. Let's go. We're going mobile.
What are you gonna say though? You feel like what?
What? I feel like what?
Oh, I don't know. You were gonna say something, but you said, "Fuck this shit. I'll take this with us."
Oh, I was thinking about just turning it off, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take it with us because I'll say we can do part 2 another time, but I probably won't be here for a while.
Part 2.
yeah,
Yeah,
Why are you gonna
why
keep this running all night?
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it running. Let's go.
Well, you
Fine.
can pause
I've never.
it while we walk.
I can't pause it. We're walking and talking.
Pause it.
Let's go.